Yo, welcome back to Noita. I have gone insane. Yesterday I didn't post any full videos because I ended up getting in bed literally directly after I finished the live stream, and then I immediately, well, not immediately, but very, very quickly fell unconscious. It took a couple of seconds, not just one. Which, you know, isn't great because it means, no YouTube yesterday. But it does mean that today I get to talk about Minecraft lore and sound like a maniac again. Today's topic is going to be Minecraft lore, but more specifically, we're going to be talking about who the frick were the gods. Because they are canonical. God is canon in Minecraft. Not one god. There were multiple of them. And I say were because they're gone, or they appear to be. And it brings up the question of, are there, like, multiple different, what do you call them, like, parallel dimensions in Minecraft? Because in Minecraft Legends, there is, at the very beginning, the existence of three gods. I don't remember the names of them, but they are goobers. They certainly do exist. They have a couple of interactions throughout the game. Flamaxiam! That was a great clip. Anyway, they have a couple of interactions throughout the game from what I can tell, and they end up not doing a massive amount other than the tutorial stuff. But they are gods. They are actually gods. That is confirmed, basically. They exist in a realm outside of the main one. They have the power to open portals on their own. Dimensionally speaking, they can literally just create structures out of nothing. They are very, very powerful. What we see, I'm pretty sure, is either at the end of the game or at the beginning, they leave. They go bye-bye. They say, we're going to explore more realms, something like that. And it means that they probably made a new dimension. Which means that either in the base realm of Minecraft is the continuation of Legends, or the realm that they are leaving is Dungeons. Or alternatively, just one of the several possible variations of the Minecraft's dimensions. Because we know that, for a fact, there are several dimensions in Minecraft. The ones that we can access are the End, the Nether, etc. We also know that there are incredibly powerful beings capable of things that the player is not through either soul magic or just general weirdness, which we see through Endermen and other beings that can just outright teleport or, you know, summon Evoker Fangs, which is a form of magic, which, considering Minecraft's lore, basically all magic is just soul. From what I have been able to understand from this, the gods, the old three goobers, they just left. We aren't entirely sure why. Let me rephrase, I'm not entirely sure why. I know there was a reason. It was just because they're like, let's just go explore something new, right? They just leave, which, you know, isn't the greatest strategy when it comes to anything, really. But they decided it was the best idea, which, you know, one of the things you can do of all time. Certainly one of the options. Heck yeah, explosion immunity. So, they leave, and humanity just has to deal with the consequences. Because humans, or whatever they are in Minecraft, know about gods. Know that there were gods at one point. We see that they've left. They know that they have left because the player character themselves is the person who saves the world and sees this all happen. There were probably a lot of people when it comes to the actual legend itself. It almost certainly wasn't just one human character. Villagers are sort of not humans. It's kind of really weird, but, you know, they're humanoids. It's also the reason why villager zombies and regular zombies aren't the same thing. But whatever the original species of humans or builders were is not the same thing that the player character was. It literally can't have been. And the only reason I think that this is the case is because, from what we see, the structures built by the old group of people could be built by the player character themselves in a matter of in-game months. And these civilizations didn't fall quickly. They fell over an exorbitant amount of time. It took them a huge period to just fall and be destroyed. But the way we see them, they're all ruined, and some of them are large structures, yes, but they aren't large enough to be, well, built by more than a few people. Does that mean that the civilizations were enormous, or does it just mean that they happened to, I don't know, just freaking not build very much. That doesn't make sense. If the civilizations were large, they would need very, very large buildings for everybody to live in together. They couldn't just have small homes. Some of them had to be like tiny villages. Maybe it's less that the ancient builders were large groups of people, but small tribes. Because if they were large groups of people, they would have to, like... They would have to have larger buildings, right? You can't just fit, like, 100 people inside of one sea temple. Or 100 people inside of one ocean ruins area. There's not enough structures for every person to live in. There's enough space for a couple people, even if houses are smaller. On an individual scale, the player character in Minecraft can build enormous structures in less than a day. You don't need even a full day to build an actual house. And this isn't scaled down, by the way. We know that at bare minimum, Minecraft itself, this is all happening over the course of, like, a day in-game. We have no idea how that translates to the character's perception of time, but we can assume that it's similar to the one that we have. Just because, you know, that's how the game works. Obviously, the time thing seems to be more gameplay focused. I can't really come up with a good reasoning behind that. I'm not smart enough for that. Somebody else might have that. But... I sound completely insane right now. Give me 1 second to recollect my thoughts. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to build... They would need to build significantly more. Not that they wouldn't be able to. They would need to build significantly more for their structure, for their structures to work. Which means that the way that they're doing things is... They all had to be tiny little cities. Little villages, even. Small groups of people who splintered away from each other and covered possibly the entire world. We never find, like, large ruined structures. If there were ever enormous cities, like we sort of see in not dungeons, but legends, in the form of, obviously, the large monumental structures, that's not good. We see in the form of the large monumental structures throughout the game that there are absolutely some kind of massive civilizations, at least when it comes to dungeons. In dungeons, and actually base Minecraft, we can see that the piglins did have large civilization. They had to. That was the way that their basically entire world was, after all. If they did not have large civilization, it would be even more difficult for them to live than it was already, because, again, not particularly safe to exist in the Nether. Not even again, just it isn't particularly safe to exist in the Nether in general. What? Oh, melting myself. Yippee! I'm just gonna leave. I don't feel like dealing with the commander. I don't have the resources for that. But the point is, the gods left. Humanity could not have built that little when it comes to resources in general. There's no way. I don't believe it. If they were a massive civilization, they would have made way frickin' more. I'm not buying it. There's something going on here. Either all of those old cities were completely wiped off the map, which makes less sense, because if they were destroyed by, whether it be the Wither, if you're following Matt Pat's theories, or it be just some other random cataclysm if you don't have any general idea, there would be signs of that. Massive craters that would appear around the world, cities that look leveled, structures that clearly were destroyed by some higher power, but there aren't. Strongholds are the only remnant, and the Wither is more chaotic and destructive than would allow it to be precise. It wouldn't create land that could erode over time and look like that. Although, I guess technically speaking, it's been such a massive amount of time, that could be the case, but we would find buried cities anyway. There would be evidence in the rock, which I guess is something hard for Minecraft to implement because of, well, it has like 3 types of stone. No, it has 3 usable types of stone for crafting recipes. It has at least 4 different decorative stone types. Beyond the utilizable ones, of course, right? Andesite, diorite, granite. Andesite? Diorite? Granite? Doesn't matter. Point is, there would be significantly more evidence than just a few ruins. I wish they would add more with archaeology, because it would allow fuller theories on this particular subject, at least from what I can tell. Glowman. Oh my gosh, just die. Oh, frick, that was not good. But the point is, or my point is beyond this, the player character can't just be some regular human if these were large groups of people. They have to be some kind of, I guess, more capable individual, since this happens either way far in the future, or, big ol' or, with a, actual, very, very... Well, since it happens way more in the future, it could be a very, very powerful individual who's just stronger than the normal humans were back then. Or it could be that they are not special in any way, and just that there were very small amounts of humanity, and they weren't hyper-creative and didn't want to make anything crazy. Instead, they had to research the world itself and uncover all this themselves. Which, by the way, would make sense, since if you had never played Minecraft, you went into it with no context, so much of it would be incomprehensible. It gives you a couple tutorials at the start, which, by the way, those people probably did not have tutorials. I heavily doubt that they would have tutorials. I think it would be hilarious. It's just like, you suddenly exist as a child, and it's just... Go punch a tree for, like, the first 2 years of your life before you can walk. Although I'm pretty sure there aren't babies when it comes to the human species in Minecraft. That's a whole nother rabbit hole that I don't feel like going down right now, but in Minecraft Story Mode, which is probably not canon whatsoever, it's a completely separate timeline. There are no children. At least, no children that are humans. There are baby villagers, technically. There are baby animals. But no baby humans. Also, the hardcore mode. Which might also not be canonical, but there's no way of knowing. Because again, Minecraft is a lot interpretive. Heavily interpretive, not a lot interpretive. Can't even English, bro. Okay. But humanity would have to be completely scattered across the world, uncivilized, unorganized kind of thing. Or, and what I think is more likely, at least with the knowledge that we have, humanity is not freaking the same as it was all the way in old times. If they were giant cities, or more accurately, if those particular structures housed many, many people and had to be constructed by large groups of individuals, then they would have to be much less strong than Steve or the main player character is in base Minecraft right now. Maybe you're just the result of an incredible amount of knowledge passed down throughout the years of the human species and all it's discovered, with portals, of course, being canonical. Like, one last thing, I actually want to go back to another tangent before I go back to the main important stuff of this theory, of technically the player character is a god in creative mode. That's not the tangent, that's what the rest of my theory was kind of trying to lead up to. The player character in creative mode could theoretically just be one of the currently not left gods, or perhaps just a god in general. Which would make sense, you have power, the incredible kind. Control over pretty much everything if you try hard enough. With the right knowledge, you can do pretty much anything with commands. It's basically just programming. But that's not important. What is that the gods leaving in the original stuff of Legends could mean that Dungeons, Minecraft Dungeons, the side game, is a different timeline. Which I think would be stupid, and I don't like, but is theoretically possible. Which annoys me greatly. I really want Dungeons to be a part of the main Minecraft thing, but it's possible that it isn't, and that's what I don't like. I really want it to just be one of the main few things, I suppose. That would just make it seem all the cooler. And all the more reasonable, in my opinion. But obviously you can't connect these three things super well because we don't know if any of them are connected. We know that Legends is probably connected to base Minecraft because of the existence of the ruined portals, or at the bare minimum, it is almost identical to the base Minecraft timeline thing. And it's just like some skew happened later, or maybe humanity got frickin' screwed up the world. Something like that. Come on, I need that guy. But, in whatever case, there are multiple timelines of Minecraft if you want to be annoying and make me not like you. Because I think that's a dumb theory, and I don't want that to be the case. I really need that healer over here now. That's much better. Come on, dude. You can get out of the water. Nice. So, yeah, the player characters had to be massive groups that were not very good at construction, or tiny groups that were very good at construction, or even just singular people who wanted to make things. Though it's more likely that they weren't just individual people, and rather groups of people, because humanity, collaboration, that's the thing that we do a lot. I really want that money. I really don't want to get blown up. It's like the one thing humanity is good at is making other people and getting them to work with each other. Not making other people. Although, technically speaking, they are good at that too. It's more so that they're good at working with other people, which is very necessary with a collaborative species. Unfortunately, there's no way of knowing if this was what they did in ye olde Minecraft days. Seriously, there's not any evidence really against them being tiny individuals, except for maybe like Love and Heartbreak, which are two of the pottery sherds that you can find. But those don't really advocate for massive groups, just at maximum or minimum 2 individuals. Maximum, of course, large groups of people. It seems like you would need large groups of individuals anyway to make, you know, communities and stuff, but I'm not sure if those are even a thing that happen very often in the Minecraft world. Question is if they are. We know that there were communities at one point. We don't know how good they were, or effective, or big they were, but we know they existed. That's about what we can say. So, there was no old builders. There was either small groups of regular human builders, or very large groups of irregular human builders, who were, let me rephrase, the old human builder equivalents. Which, now that I say it, really just is the old builders. So, I just contradicted myself. That is a negative skill to have. Tentacle attack? Yes. I am Eldritch in origin. Alright. I need a better set of wands. I know I'm focusing on that right now, but it's not as important as the Minecraft lore. Anyway, something, you're God. No need to argue. I am correct, probably. The main reason I say that, you are just probably a human that is more powerful than the others, or possibly even just more skilled with magic. Because again, soul magic is the base magic system of Minecraft. There don't appear to be any other variants, or more accurately, the variants are just soul magic, but slightly different. I say more accurately, but it's just, in other words, it's not even more accurately. Really dislike coward enemies. They suck. The Illagers figured out magic far faster than the player character seems to, as, well, you know, they have, you know, evoker fangs, or evokers in general, which are obviously very powerful magic users. There's not really any other way of putting it. The evokers figured out magic, and we also try to figure out magic. We only managed to get potions and enchantments down, though, which, you know, isn't great, but it's better than nothing. By a pretty massive amount, actually. Dude, stop being alive. Stop it. Nice. Alright, we need to get out of here. We also need to not die on the way out, so, I am on fire again. This is bad. I really can't think of other words to say, because I have the ideas in my mind. Just can't put them onto paper, so to speak. If I say them as my brain thinks them, it sounds very weird, so I will not be doing that. I just need to survive this section, which I am now going to focus on rather than Minecraft lore, because video game, of course. Please be a powerful wand. That's not particularly powerful. No! I should be dead. What? Came from off screen? That's bullcrap. Alright. Thank you for watching. If y'all want me, I know you already want to. I just don't know when I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a Minecraft lore video. Maybe I'll do it while I play freaking, Minecraft VR or something, but I will make a Minecraft lore video. It will be worth it. Thank you for watching, though. This was one where I ranted for like half an hour, basically. This was fun. Got killed by a freaking bee, basically. But yeah, thank you. Do the YouTube things. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Minecraft lore, I'll explain more. Most importantly, have a nice day. Bye.